here, 3v3 faction war. This is Judgment of Carrion and Chaos versus Imperial Guard, game 1. First up on the blue team for Chaos, it's Tyger, plays a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and disruption. This is Wordbearer's DLC, recolored orange. Alongside X-File, known here as X-Ray Dog, plays a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander with a bunch of spells, starts off in melee combat. And rounding out the blue team as a Plague Champion is DJ Raffa, starts out range combat with his damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, good versatility, can build turrets and repair, but lacks mobility. For the Imperial Guard red team, Dark Riku starts us off with an Inquisitor, offensive commander that starts off in melee combat, can get some ranged weapons, lots of stuns and snares, and a little bit of support as well. Kicking off over there already. In the middle, it's Stoned Commissar, also known as Stoned Elf or Stoned Elf Boy, plays a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, starts off with this energy shield and fights in melee combat. And rounding us off for the Imperial Guard is Pibb, plays a Lord General. This is Deathcore of Krieg, might be recolored. Fights range combat, really good defense and support abilities. Heretics getting stuck in on that Sentinel. Chaos Space Marines forcing melee as well. The Chaos Lord is there, very laned map then. On the west side, it's Lord General versus Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord is a very tough fight for the Imperial Guard, especially early on with the Combi Flamer, and in early tier 2 with the Armor of the Inferno. 498, 500. Sentinel still around, lost half of its hit points. Tyger with those double heretics. X-File is mid under some Zeech worship. Here comes the Commissar Lord. Multi-last turret is up. Triple Guardsman for Stoned, and there is the Inspire Courage execution buff. Those guys now doing double damage, but they cannot retreat, which is putting them in trouble here. Heretics in amongst the Doom Blast, and that is a nasty engager for Stoned. Chaos Space Marines also forcing melee combat, very good in melee for a ranged unit, especially against these Imperial Guardmen who are really bad in melee combat. Heavy infantry, these Chaos Space Marines, and Heretics now have an aspiring champion who is a Chaos Marine with a bolt pistol and chainsaw, turns them into a nasty little melee unit. Meanwhile, east side, Raffa has pushed back Riku for now with a Plague Champion who also has some pretty nasty tools to use versus Imperial Guard. Looks like we have Wordbearers recolored black for DJ Raffa. Sentinel is up for Riku. Pibb with double Sentinels, which can be very annoying to deal with. Tyger might respond with double Havocs here. He has decapped this power. Chaos Space Marine still in play. Behind this light cover, here comes a Sentinel for a stomp. Didn't even need to, they were already in retreat. 498, 500. Sometimes it's a good idea just to move your Sentinel in to make your opponent move, since when you're moving and not firing as accurately, or maybe not firing at all depending on your weapon. Inquisitor in amongst these Chaos Space Marines. You might see the Holy Brazier from Riku give her a power melee weapon against these Chaos Space Marines. 498, 488 is a 2-to-1 cap for Chaos. Lots of pressure here from Raffa. Double Guardsman and Sentinel, and now Artillery Spotter Squad on the way for Riku. And he's going to decap this victory point as Raffa forces off both of those Imperial Guardsmen. And look at this, Pibb hitting back on the west side, has double Sentinels up. No sign of a Sergeant for his Lord General, just those two Stormtrooper retinue members. 498, 479 has decapped that victory point. Kicking off northeast, and here comes Stone to help out. Havoc suppressing that entire blob. Catachans are in there, getting their Demolition Man. Gives them the improvised explosive and another model with a slightly more powerful shotgun, I believe. Havoc setting up again. Look at it, instant suppression. He should be able to outmaneuver, yes, and Raffa, realizing that, and runs away. Catachans getting into melee with those guys would have been nasty. These guys have power melee weapons, very versatile squad, but also counter melee squads, disrupt from range and support with a smoke grenade. Middle is blue for Chaos, and looks like X-File is going to try and push through and hit power here. Has some Zeech worship, infiltrating his stuff and providing that 20% range damage reduction when they are partially revealed. 498, 454 is a 1-to-1 cap, should be able to take down at least 2 generators there. Looks like Stone is going to come in and flank from behind. Those Catachans could be nasty if he catches some of this heavily armoured Chaos Space Marine stuff in retreat. all those power melee attacks they can get in with 8 models with the Demolition Man. Havoc setting up for Tyger, taking a lot of damage though from that Sentinel. Sentinel is a tier 1 vehicle, cannot be suppressed, but does take a lot of damage as it gets close to setup teams because it only has heavy armor, not vehicle armor. Can also decap points, but cannot cap them. Heretics now going after generators. These guys both in their default melee state, which is pretty fragile, taking less damage here because they're in melee combat. 498, 454. Sentinel has bashed through these pipes, which you can do on this map with a crusher like the Chaos Lord or High Apparent or War Boss. 498, 454. That was nasty. Doom bolts going in. Was that? That was Cinders of the Rift putting something in there. Chaos Space Marines in retreat now. Spotters. These guys are going to become detectors in the next update and retain all of their other usefulness, of course. Sentinel needs to be careful here. Chaos Sorcerer is chasing it, or is it? No, he's chasing these spotters. There's a Doom Bolts. Almost finished off the Sentinel there. Chaos Space Marines are chasing, and the Holy Brazier is up for the Inquisitor, and she takes down one of those Chaos Space Marines. This thing is a pretty nasty weapon. Has a good special attack as well, nice and quick, with a cone knockback in front of her. West side is not looking good for Pibb, I think. Yes, I remember he lost a Sentinel to some dodgy parting, needed to turn around and repair it or retreat his guardsmen who were in the way and suppressed. But he ended up losing that Sentinel. 498, 427 is a 1-to-1 cap, and lots of pressure here from Tyger, who has capped this power. Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War up and the Combi Flamer up on the Chaos Lord. Such awesome range damage from this weapon. Tried to kill the weak, I think, but didn't hit it, and runs away. Getting close to base turrets here. Through the middle. Look at this push from Stoned. Still has those Catechins. The spotters are in the center. Call in an off-map mortar shell that disrupts like that. They can also call in an off-map smoke shell, which is pretty nasty, shutting down completely ranged squads pretty much. 477, 427, 2-to-1 cap, and they've spotted this improvised explosive because of the Heretics aspiring champion, who is a detector. You can tell because of that eye icon above their indicator there. 468, 427. Holy Brazier, of course, also gives her that Holy Pyre, which lasts for ages. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it's a bit more of an area denial, especially versus weak light infantry like these default Heretics here. 459, 427. It's also pretty decent versus garrisons, I think. Still lots of pressure here. Pibb going tier 2, has Stormtroopers, is getting an assault kit. He has Havocs to deal with. He could get double Stormtroopers with Sniper Rifle support and try and outrange them, but he's going for a Chimera. And these Havocs are getting an autocannon, and Plague Marines are moving up, so that could be a dead Chimera pretty soon. Needs to be careful with that thing. 448, 427. Commissar Lord in retreat, has the Aura of Discipline. Chaos Space Marines for Raffa, in fact double Chaos Space Marines out of cover here in a firefight with Imperial Guardsmen. There is the Aura Label Grenade Launcher, but they were in retreat already, so did not get knocked back. 448, 427. Chaos Sorcerer levels to 2, still has that Sigil of the Rift. Thought he was going to go for the Icon of Zinch. Big shotgun blast on those Heretics, forces them off. There is a Dark Flames though. Stoned spots it quite quickly and moves out. 448, 427. A nasty global for the Chaos Sorcerer there, especially if you put it lined into a retreat path. That was Hammer of the Witches from the Inquisitor. Pibb still pushed back on this west side. It does have the Sniper Rifle up with fire on my target. There you see Armor of the Inferno, Let the Galaxy Burn from Tyger. Pibb piles everything into the Chimera, but is taking shots from the Plague Marines. Needs to tie them up and does so. Now piles everything back up, but needs to be careful. Those embers are still there, but now they have stopped burning. Can reinforce everything off of this Chimera, of course. Lord General, losing both of his retinue members, has to retreat out. Looks like he's just using his Chaos Lord in ranged stance here, which is doing a good job, good damage to that Sentinel, as you can see. 448, 415, the Plague Marines missile is snaring this thing. but it looks like it is going to survive. Needs some serious repairs up here. 448, 411. Look at this pressure from Tyger. Overextended slightly though, and has been forced off. In fact, this is Stone's Stormtrooper squad that came in and helped and might have persuaded him to leave, but he's coming back with Heretics, Mark of Khorne Havocs, and Chaos Space Marines with the Aspiring Champion and Eternal War. Here comes Stone though. Commissar Lord has a Power Fist, 85 DPS heavy melee, going to do good damage to all targets. Can he get some Chaos Space Marine models down? Stormtroopers of Pibb getting too close. Very lucky not to lose a model there. Centre is all blue for Chaos. 448, 380, 2-to-1 cap. Coming up to 100 victory point lead here. And this Dreadnought eating a Melter Bomb from these anti-armor Stormtroopers. One of the best anti-armor squads around, I think. Infiltration, Melter Bomb, and Melters. 448, 369. Las Cannon up for Stoned. Can't quite see that Dreadnought, which is why I didn't hit it. 448, 364. What is this? It's Pibb pushing. In fact, this is Stoned stuff on this side. Bunch of guardsmen die, but who cares about that from Let the Galaxy Burn. And his guardsmen couldn't quite decap there. Very nearly did. 448, 351. Chimera is up. Has been repaired. Sentinel does not have a missile launcher yet. These guardsmen fully upgraded with Commissar Leader, Sergeant, and now Plasma Guns. So they're going to be doing some good DPS at range to these Chaos Space Marines and Havocs. Tyger trying to flank, or is he having a look at the middle? You see that Aura of Discipline heal going off. I think it's every 8 seconds or something like that. And look at this though, as a flank from Stone, he's going to get that Power Fist on his Havocs. These are DJ Raffas, and he's going to lose these guys if he's not careful. He's completely forgotten about them, it seems. Where is he looking? He's going to lose that squad, and does lose the squad. He's looking at his Dreadnought, isn't he? Yes. 448, 311. Lots of action up here. He's pushing right into base with it, but lost those Havocs. That was a big loss. Heretics in retreat. There's Sigil of the Rift teleporting out those Stormtroopers with the Warp Rift ability. Also has Rod of Warpfire now, and Demon Armor. You see the Demonic Shield there, or Demon Shield I think it's called. Demonic Shield it is. Triple cap for Chaos. 448, 275. Imperial Guard under pressure here. Chimera backing off. Tyger coming back out of his base. Has Plague Marines, has an auto cannon, still has this very mean Chaos Lord. Chaos Space Marine still without a mark. I thought he would have got Mark of Zinch to try and put down that Sentinel. Lord General taking tons of damage. Plague Marines getting shots on the Chimera. He needs to repair it. Gets in to avoid Let the Galaxy Burn. Chimera takes another shot though. 448, 230. Some Ogrins would be good, I think, because these Heretics have grenade launchers. Easier said than done. Ogrins are not cheap, and Pibb has spent a lot of resources already, is a bit thin. There is an artillery Basilisk barrage, but it doesn't knock the Chaos Lord off the cap. 448, 206. What's going on mid? Imperial Guard decapping for Stone. Commissar Lord himself, level 2, now goes for Stubbornness. Inquisitor level 2 has switched. No, she hasn't. Thought that was the Inferno pistol for a second. Lord General is level 3. Chaos Sorcerer level 2. It's all kicking off mid. There's the Demonic Shield providing damage resistance, and there's a nasty Doom Bolts. Wow, almost wiped out those guardsmen. They did finish the cap there. Las Cannon getting shots. A big Manticore strike in that shield. Wow. Would it have wiped all of that stuff if that shield wasn't there? That would have been nuts. These guys get away with 3 models. These guys also with 3 models. Both reasonably lucky to do so, I think. Dreadnought for Raffa is the same one, I think it is. Has the default auto cannon, and Raffa getting a great unclean one on the field. 432, 201. And Tyger just lost a bunch of stuff to Pibb. Lost his Havocs. Lost something else. Plague Marines he lost. Pibb needed to push then. 423, 201. Has a heavy turret up, which would have helped. Really good damage versus large targets, but can hit infantry and hurt them pretty badly. Can get the Executioner, of course, to upgrade that. Imperial Guard pushing through mid. Look at this comeback. 2-1 cap, 414, 200. Still a lot of victory points to make up. And a great unclean one to deal with now. X-File going for a Chaos Predator. Tyger freed up a lot of upkeep and is in tier 3. There's Let the Galaxy Burn again. That was nasty though. A Hell Fury strike with a Katashin or Reliable to back it up. That was a nice combo and forces off Tyger's entire army. Only the Chaos Lord still on the field, and he gets a Hammer of the Witches, and Inquisitor closes for melee. A very brave Inquisitor there. Chaos Lord very low on health and needs to run away. He's level 3. Stormtroopers level 1 for Dark Riku with anti-armored kits. All of the Chaos players in tier 3, all of the Imperial Guard players with very heavy tier 2s. Stormtroopers all over, a Manticore up for Dark Riku. This thing getting a slight cost reduction in the next update. We're down to 90 power at the moment. It's 100 power and a huge investment for you in tier 2. It still will be, of course. 350, 201. Triple cap for the Imperial Guard. Chimera's level 2 for Pibb, has looked after it well and taken down the biggest threat, which was the Plague Marines. Tyger must be saving for a Phobos or a Great and Clean one because he's not purchased anything else. Should have got a couple of Predators, I think. 317, 201, a double cap for the Imperial Guard. Look at these huge tier 2 armies they have. We also have a Manticore for Pibb. 4 Stormtrooper squads. A couple of heavy weapon squads. A whole bunch of guardsmen all kicking off mid. Great and Clean one eats a Melter Bomb. Raffa has overextended this thing like crazy. Where's the rest of his stuff? No support for the Great Unclean one. It's going to go down here. A huge mistake from Raffa. Eating las cannon shots. These Stormtroopers are idle. They should be shooting at the Great Unclean one, but it's going to go down anyway, I think. Demonic Shield in mid. Commissar Lord is chasing with his Power Fist and should be able to take it down. Stormtroopers also chasing. Predators there trying to help out. There's a Manticore strike, I think. Maybe 2. Yes, another one in mid. Down goes the Great Unclean one. Down goes the Predator. Huge losses. And here's an Abyss. That is crazy. That is insane. Look at the losses. That's like 20 models. That's one of the craziest nukes you will ever see. I think that was Tyger. Raffa lost most of his army. Overextended his Great Unclean one. That was a crazy move. Why did he do that? Obviously, he didn't not know the amount of stuff that was in middle. Easy for me to say. Shouldn't have overextended it, but I can see what he can't see. 303, 147. That was an absolutely insane nuke. Stormtroopers just grenading themselves to death. Sentinel comes in and misses the stomp. That's level 3. Good grief, that was an absolutely insane engagement. 301, 145. Spotters are getting their tier 3 heavy mortar cannon. Takes the damage of their shell up to 110. 301 even, 145. I don't think that is scaled with leveling though. And he's taken the Chaos Natural, has Pibb on this west side. Here comes a Land Raider Phobos from Tyger. Raffa has some Chaos Terminators trying to rebuild his army after losing a Great Unclean one and a bunch of other stuff. This heavy turret is here, and I tell you now, this heavy turret does not mess around. It does a lot of damage from long range. Look at the damage it's doing to that Phobos. That is 2 shots. Manticore is going to get hits as well, or no? No, it isn't. It missed. Now part line of sight blocked by the bunker. Now the heavy turret gets shots. Phobos is awkwardly positioned. Can't shoot the heavy turret with both sponsons. And look at the damage it's taking. 301, 120. A double cap for Chaos, single cap even for Chaos now. They have mid. There's the double. Imperial Guard taking a natural back. Down goes the turret. Phobos might survive after all. Here's a Chimera. Manticore is there. Still no sign of the missile launcher for the Sentinel level 3. Center, his uncapped bunker comes up. I think it's going to be a medical bunker. 301, 105. Chaos Predator number 2 up for X-Ray or X-File. 1-1. Down goes the Phobos. What happened? Manticore strike, I think. Manticore levels to 2. Wow, down it goes. It didn't last long, did it? 300, 105. Sentinel stomp on the Chaos Space Marines who are level 2. Chaos Lord getting very, very pissed at this Sentinel, which is being used very well by Pibb. Really thought he was going to get Marco Zinch, Chaos Space Marines, and try and put this thing down. What's going on middle? Las Cannon is up. We have some Nurgle worship, no sign of a Nurgle shrine. Chaos Terminators with an autocannon, which was the right choice, I think. I've not seen a Noxious Cloud go off. He doesn't have a lot of red though, so I assume he's used either the Noxious Cloud or Touch of Nurgle. Maybe the Plague of Undeath would be good, then a big engagement. Here comes a big engagement. Manticore strats going off left and right. Here come some Ogrins for Dark Riku, stays in tier 2, getting their boned leader. Very nice line breaker unit. Doom bolts going in. Ogrins now in amongst some Chaos Space Marines. In fact, yes, I thought they were going to go after the Terminators. Terminators are back here though. 263105. A bunch of mines dropped by Stoned Commissar, but they are being spotted by something. I'm not sure what is doing it, because I don't see any aspiring champion heretics. They're not being spotted anymore. Commissar Lord running through the fire and going after this predator out of nowhere. Demonic shield is up. It is a Nurgle shrine, not being worshipped though. Heretics having to back off, took a lot of damage. Chaos Terminators even lost a model. That was a good push by the Imperial Guard through the center. 242105. Can Chaos recover from all of those losses they took in that huge engagement? I'm not sure they can. Riku lost about 20 or so infantry models, I think, but he's recovered well with some Ogrins, who didn't lose a model there, can get back for some Health Regen aura off of that medical bunker west side. What's going on? Tyger trying to push. I think he needs to go mid and help. There's the Galaxy Burn. Just wants to keep pressure on Pibb, I think, so he doesn't come and take his natural victory point. Chaos Space Marines are level 2 and in retreat. Heretics level 3 with those grenade launchers. This is a Manticore strike that will wipe those heretics, and it almost did. He just retreated just in time. There is the Immolate, which absolutely owns those generators. Good grief. Now runs away. Has some Chaos Terminators of his own, does Tyger, with an autocannon.
Your units fulfill your command.
No sign of pressure from Pibb. He doesn't want to engage them right now, it seems. You see the demoralizing effect on those guardsmen whenever the Chaos Terminators kill something. Catachan Devils for Stoned, almost level 3. Do not have their Sarge though, which takes them up to 9 models. Stormtrooper squad level 2 for Riku with anti-armor. Has another heavy weapons squad with a autocannon up, and why not? Imperial Guard can be so good with this defensive play here. Bunkers, heavy weapons squads all over. Leman Russ on the way for Stoned. Bit of a lull in the action. Pibb having a look at the victory point, but sees a bunch of stuff there, so backs off his Stormtroopers. These guys, assault kit, almost level 3, very nearly level 3. Manticore strike to cut off this approach. Nicely done by whoever that was. I'm not sure. 174, 105. Both the Manticores in range of that, I think. I think it was Pibb. There is a Dark Flames and a big offensive by Chaos. 168, 105. Chaos Terminators in the back, eating Manticore strikes. A Chaos Predator back there with Mark of Nurgle. In the next update, this thing will gain health regeneration with Mark of Nurgle, which will be awesome. There's Subjugate on the Ogrins from the Chaos Sorcerer, gaining control of them for I think it's 15 seconds. In the next update, subjugated units will be invulnerable. 152, 105. Look at this engagement. You see the demoralization from those Chaos Terminators. A nice little Galaxy Burn. Something just wiped out. That was Chaos Space Marines, I think. Tigers, yes. 145, 105. Absolutely crazy engagement. Another Manticore strike. Down goes the Predator tank. Heavy losses for Chaos. Heavy losses. Ogrins in retreat. That Nurgle Shrine is still there. Is that the same one? 126, 105. This Chimera getting very low, level 3. Allowing all of this stuff to reinforce, of course, as is that medical bunker. This is Stone's Leman Russ. 110, 105. Imperial Guard hanging on here with a double cap. Tyger retaking his natural. Going for a Chaos Predator of his own. Raffa has enough for a nuke. Not seen a single noxious cloud. Down goes the Chimera.
Allied structure under attack.
Lord General level 5, 91, 105. There's a nice little range blob here. Pibb now in retreats. Oh, he's going for a Bane Blade. He let his Chimera be destroyed for some population. 89, 105. Neiman Russ with the elite tank crew taking on some Chaos Terminators. See some more Chaos Terminators. This thing might go down now, especially if it turns around, and it is going to turn around. They're getting Power Fist hits and autocannon hits. Autocannons can fire as they move. Not sure how it affects accuracy against vehicles though. 89, 105. Another big push by Chaos through mid. Stormtroopers there. Down goes the Leman Russ. Terminator's getting very low though. 3750 hit points, the lowest hit point pool out of all of the Terminator variants. Does increase of course when you give them lightning claws. 79, 105, another Manticore. The Manticores have been such a pain in the arse for the Chaos players. Unable to make any push against them really. 73, 105. There's the 2-to-1 cap. Plague Champion with no war gear at this stage. Guardsman level 2 fully upgraded for Riku. Stoned just lost a bunch of stuff. Here's a bunch of blood letters for X-File. He does like to run double blood letters quite often. 61, 105. They are now in retreat. Some more Chaos Terminators hit the field. Raffa gets his second squad. Can they bully these guardsmen with a bunch of Chaos Terminators now? Demoralize them. Strip out models with the autocannons. Going to be a big arse. That heavy turret is there getting big shots on. That damage it's doing to those Terminators. Alongside those plasma guns, you see the demoralizing effect, which covers quite a large area. There's a Dark Flames. 46, 105. The Imperial Guard are holding on. 1-to-1 cap. Pibb has his Bane Blade, and here it is. Super heavy tank for Imperial Guard, bristling with guns. That mega battle cannon. Demolisher cannon. There's the Demolisher. Boom. What did that kill a bunch of? Was it Guardsmen or Heretics? I think it was Heretics, yes. And 2 las cannons, a bunch of heavy bolters as well. That thing does not mess around. Pretty much counters everything from range. Its weakness being very strong heavy melee units, which will have a bit of a mission to get closer to it. At the moment, look at this. Beautiful play from Stoned. Infiltrating his Stormtroopers in, going after that tank. Excellent play there. Level 4 Sentinel for Pibb, and still doesn't have a missile launcher. What has this guy got to do to get one? 44, 105. A bunch of guardsmen dying, trying to decap, and they do decap. Need to run away now. Just about getting out. Level 4 guardsman for Stoned. A couple of pieces of very good play from him. This Predator now being chased down by the Leman Russ, and it will go down. Those Heretics trying to repair, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 23, 105. Double cap for Imperial Guard. They're going to take this game. An excellent comeback, really powered through in mid-game. Chaos players had one very bad engagement where Raffa overextended the Great Unclean One, and X-Ray, X-File even lost a bunch of stuff, and there's the game. Chaos conceding at the end. Wow, awesome stuff. That nuke from Tyger was one of the best ever, and here you see the Abyss markings from it. That was crazy. We'd like to know how many models that thing actually did kill. So there you have it. Imperial Guard take the first game. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.